Hello, dear students. Today, let us do one of your poetry that is on killing a tree, written by Jivya Patel. This poem, okay, it's it's one of the best known poem of Patel, and here we will see that the poet considers the tree as a living organism, as we all know, and so even it has the right to live like any other creatures. But what is happening is that in the reality, it is we, the people, the man who kills it with utmost guilty and carelessness. So, therefore, we will see in this poem that thus the poet has all sympathy for the tree, and he admires its determination and strength to live. See, the title of the poem is very suitably, in sync with the verses, the way he has mentioned about the trees in the poem. It's very much appropriate, I would say, and also logical. As because on killing a tree means what will happen to a tree if it is cut down. In fact, the poet here hints towards the rampant deforestation and humans' cruelty for his selfishness. The tree is symbolic of a human beings. As a human being gets nourishment in the form of love, care, education. We get all these things from parents, teachers, and other relatives. When a kind of he or she grows, it is difficult to destroy him or her, correct? Same goes with the tree here. So let me just go into the poem now. That was just a brief introduction about the poem. Here in the now, as we begin the poem, you will see that the poet has described that a tree takes a long time for growth, and after the years of struggle and nourishment, the tree rises out of the earth, and the leaves also come on it. So, what happens is that the well grown up tree cannot be cut by the simple jab of a knife if it's fully grown up. So, in order to cut them down, what happens? The trees are cut very roughly by striking heavy blows. So that you will also find that here the poet compares trees with the human body, as the tremendous effort is required to uproot a tree. And when a tree is uprooted, its life drains away. It goes limp, and finally, what happens? Meets its end. According to the poet, even the tree has the right to live, as I told you in the beginning itself when I was discussing the introduction. But we, the man, we are killing it with our cruelty. In fact, in this poem, it indirectly gives out a strong idea that trees are our lifeline. So they must not be killed. And here in the poem, as I already told you, it is mentioned that how are trees being killed. But even though it is mentioned that how are trees being killed, but actually what the poet means is it's opposite. The poet here, through this way of expressing, it implies that a person shall be a murderer if he kills it this way. He says that a knife will not do harm to a tree. Okay? A small knife, because as I told you, a grown up tree, it's very difficult to cut down a completely built up tree with a small knife. And at last, the poet also conveys that in the end of the poem, you see, that if the tree is killed, that means it must be uprooted completely. Actually, the poet here is taunting the people who cut the trees. So, in simple term, the message that we get from the poem is that trees are something very much important, very much precious. Like we human beings, we consider ourselves to be precious, so are they, and therefore they must not be cut. Okay? And another message we get that is that the tree is very much deep rooted, and therefore it cannot be removed so easily. I hope you got the message of the poem. If not, please, you can get back to me. Feel free to clarify your query. Okay? But before that, go through the poem, each and every line, and listen properly to what I have just discussed now. Alright? Study well. God bless you.